Today we're making sweet tea. I'm CM Coleman, welcome to my home. Today we are making a summertime staple, a little early because the weather is warming up quite quickly. We are making sweet tea. This is something really simple, and I've been told I make great sweet tea, and I make it also for another drink, kombucha, which we are going to do, I think, on Friday. But this makes a lot of sweet tea, and I mean a lot of sweet tea. You can half this recipe and you can quarter this recipe to make the amount of sweet tea that you need. But it is super simple. In just this regular boring pot, I have 16 cups of filtered water. To that, I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar. Now, my sugar for this is white organic sugar. Why am I using white organic sugar? Because the kombucha needs the white organic sugar. If you are not making kombucha, you can use any type of sugar that you want. What we are going to do is we're going to take this to the stove, bring it up to almost a boil. Once it is at that point and all the sugar has dissolved, then we'll come back. Our sugar water is now off the stove and it is still hot. You can probably see it steaming. Now I'm going to take our tea. Now you can use whatever kind of tea you like. I am using Oolong tea, which is a combination of black and green teas. And I'm going to use 4 tablespoons, and I use loose leaf tea simply because it's just easier for me to get. And I'm going to put 4 tablespoons into these 3. If you're wondering why I'm using 3 of these, it's because I could not find another one that was as large as my biggest tea ball. If you can find the large tea balls, then you don't have to use as many, or if you're going to strain this through something, you don't have to do that as much either. I like to shake my tea ball just a bit so that way I don't get extra tea. Then we're going to place it into our container of sugar water, and then we will just let that steep for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we will let it cool. Once it's cooled, we'll bring it back and we will finish it. This is all that it takes to really do great tea. I'm just going to take these tea balls out and let this cool the rest of the way. At this stage of the game, you can leave this just as a concentrate. It's a 1-to-1 concentrate, of course, where you would use 1 part of this tea concentrate and 1 part water. But we're just going to make it into the simple iced tea or sweet tea. Since I am messy, and I know I'm messy, I'm going to put this on a plate. I have 4 cups of water in each of these jars. Then what I'm going to do is just basically add 4 cups of our tea. The reason I do this like this, making it into a concentrate and then adding it to the jars of water, is because I can change the temperature. The temperature of this has drastically reduced, which means I don't have to cool this down all the way and get a nice cool drink of tea really pretty quickly. Now let's finish pouring a glass of tea and give our sweet tea a taste. That is really good sweet tea. It's not too sweet, it is very nice. It has that wonderful flavor, and like I said, you do not have to make this much tea, but we're going to use it for our kombucha, which is coming up on Friday. But this tea is something I would really recommend. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money to have sweet tea now. Make it yourself, save yourself a ton of money, and you can make it as sweet or as less sweet as you like. If this is your first time here, remember to subscribe. Every Wednesday is something for the home. Every Tuesday is just a recipe, which you can learn how to do things. And remember, why buy it when you can make it yourself?